Hey guys, I hope you're well watching this video from the safety of your home. Today I'll be showing you my art supplies from most used to I've gotta have these. So let's get started. Alright, so we'll be starting off with my watercolor palette first. In here, these three rows are of Winsor Newton Cotman series half pans. These five over here are White Knights. And this row over here is Winsor & Newton Professional Series paint. Now, if you're a student first starting out watercolors, I would definitely recommend the Winsor & Newton Cotman brand because they are really high quality for a reasonable price. Now, I got the Winsor & Newton Professional Series and the White Knight from Blick Art Material and Jackson Art Supplies. I will be leaving a link to their online store in the description below and also other stores where you can get all these art supplies. Now, this palette isn't Winsor & Newton. This was Mayong Gallery. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but this was a palette of 48 colors. I basically took out the colors and placed them in my old watercolor palette. This palette seemed a lot more sturdy and great for travel. The paint won't move around or anything. All these stickers here are from Face by HS and Blink Spot. I will also leave a link to their online store in the description. Now, these are the paints I actually use for my miniature paintings, but these Mayong Gallery paints, I don't know if you can see or not, they are really textured. I'm not really sure why, if it's the binder or if the paints weren't mixed in that great, but the paint is really rough and comes out in these really small chunks almost. So they weren't really that great for miniature painting, but just watercolor on their own, they are pretty good, and they are also a very reasonable price. So definitely check them out. Again, all these stickers I got from Blink Spot and Face. They are really great. I love them. Alright, so here I have my Safeda and my Safeda that's not Safed. It's basically poster color that goes through a wash period in which we take out the initial binder inside it. And then we basically add gum arabic. I use Rowney's gum arabic. This because these paint have a sort of chemical compound in the binder which makes the paint really shiny, so we make it go through that wash period to take out that binder and add in our own secondary binder to kind of control that sort of matte or gloss depending on what the artist's preference is. And this is what we're left with. The paint, it will reactivate when you add water to it, and it becomes really creamy and really smooth. Now you can make this out of any colors. I've made this out of blue, green, emerald green, red, and yellow, but the companies I recommend is Pentel poster color and Shakura. These are really good quality and they're great for making Safeda and also just generally for to be used on their own. So we basically use Safeda to make our watercolors opaque, and these are the colors that I made using Safeda and watercolors. We basically put these in seashells because the surface of the seashell is really smooth and won't absorb the colors. And these paints kind of act like gouache. Now, I'm a landscape artist, so I use a lot of greens and browns. So I like to organize those in these little plates. These are my warm greens, these are my cool greens, and over here I have all my browns. So this is how I usually organize this and keep it on the corner of my desk. Grab whichever color whenever I need. It is really convenient. So here's my toolbox. Up here I have my Rowney gouache. Now I haven't really used these paints that much. These are one of those I forgot I had these. I bought these around 6 years ago and I just never got around to using them. till now. As you can see, these are like half empty. I put them in the palette of their own, and I'll test them out and see how well they work as a miniature painting medium, and I'll let you guys know soon. In here I have my Snellier dry pigment, and as you can see I have quite a few. These are dry pigments, meaning you can add any kind of binder according to what type of medium paint you want. For example, if you add gum arabic or honey, you can get watercolors, or if you add linseed oil, you get oil paints. Or here I have my palette knives. If you guys are interested in a video or a tutorial video of how to make these paints, let me know in the comments below. I'll just show you all the colors I have and all the colors I made from them. Right, so here are all the colors I have. Ultramarine violet, cadmium yellow deep, Naples yellow, yellow ochre, brown mandarin, azurin blue, Mars red, Chinese vermilion, and green earth. Now I would suggest you guys check out their color chart before buying these, so you have a better idea of how they'll look once the binder is added. For example, this azurin blue looks really light here, but once the binder is added to it, it becomes a lot more richer and a lot more deeper. So definitely do check that out. I would warn you guys against buying this color, green earth. I've tried turning this into paint. I've even tried adding in Winsor, Newton, sap green, and tube version, but for some reason this paint does not show up on the brush or on the paper. And this is a problem with not just their dry pigment, but also their watercolor of this particular color, green earth. I'm not sure why is there this particular, I'm not exactly sure why that is, but definitely do not buy this. Now here are all the paints I made by combining these colors and on their own. So here I have Naples yellow, Mars red, and these two are brown mandarin. Now the interesting about this color is the more you mix this color in with the gum arabic, it starts turning green. Now that works great for me because I'm a landscape artist, so I always need a lot of greens, and this is a beautiful sort of deep olive green color, which is just perfect for me. But I don't really have that issue with any of these other colors, so just this one. I don't know if that's the same case with their tubes, but that's a really interesting factor. And over here I have Chinese vermilion. As you can see, there is a lot of difference between the powder and the paint once it's mixed in with gum arabic. Here are some of other combinations I made by mixing these. I'm yet trying to figure out the right combination that works for me. So here are two cool greens, a sort of dark brown violet color, and a kind of Dave's gray. So here's the second palette I made using the dry pigments. As you can see, there's plenty of place to go. So what I basically did was I took my niece's alphabet fridge magnets and I removed the magnets from the back, and I basically pasted them at the back of these little half pans. This ensures that the paints aren't going to go anywhere, they will not come out. So this is a really nifty idea in case you guys want to make your own little palette. So I want to share with you guys this really special watercolor. It is a double full pan in the color of Shell Harp Light. It is such a smooth and creamy mix. You can see the color swatch on the lid over here. It is made by Earth Mineral Artist. I'll be linking her Instagram and her Etsy store in the description below. Definitely do check her out. She has so much variety of colors and they are absolutely gorgeous and really good quality. So definitely do check it out. So So here are two mini pens that I've recently made. Paints are kind of metallic and glittery. And in here I have some chrome colors. Now I'm planning to make another one which will be a chrome of gold and pink or deep red, we'll see. But if you guys are interested in a tutorial on how I make these, let me know in the comments below and I'll record that for you guys. Now I did the same thing over here. I took a magnet and glued it to the bottom so they'll stay stuck in this palette and won't move around. I got these little cute tins from Faves by HS. And the palette turned out really great and I'm excited to try these out and show you guys the results. So here is Winsor Newton's wooden box. My mom found this at a thrift store, so it doesn't have all its accessories. So I used this to store all my extra paint. Up here I have my Winsor Newton Cotman, my extra Snellia dry pigment paints, and Galleria. And under here I have my Winsor Newton watercolor tubes. These are the Cotman series. And here I have Deep Prime watercolors. These are really good quality. And over here I have Daniel Smith extra fine watercolor tubes. I have these two colors in Moon Glow and Rose of Ultramarine. Really excited to try these out and give you guys a proper review. Over here I have Snellia watercolor tubes. Now I first started off with these, but thing is that these are really good quality watercolors, but they're not that great for miniature painting because of the honey binder they use in their paints, which gives the paint a really extra sheen, especially when I layer all the paints. So what I basically do is I add in the dry pigments Feather to this. It's Feather I showed you in the start. And that kind of helps tone down all that sheen, and that's how I basically use these colors. And over here I have their gouache. Now I was having the same problem with the gouache that these won't lay down smoothly and they're really shiny. So I also do the same with this. I add in a little extra sapphire just to make it work a little better for me, because I really like my paintings to have a nice matte to them instead of that glossy sheen. Here you can see the Winsor Newton logo. Absolutely love this wooden box. It is so pretty and perfect for storing all my paint. Up here, once again, all the stickers are from Bling Spot and Faves by HS. Now in this box I have my liner. So what I use to basically create fine lines for the borders of my painting. This mini magnifying glass. And this brush. It is, it's Escoda. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It is a squirrel hair brush. It is really fine, as you can see. Is really thin, and this is basically what I use to lift all my loose gold when I'm applying them on my Wesley. And here I have my silver leaf. I cover this up really good so the silver leaf doesn't oxidize. Here it is. So this is a pack of 50. A lot of you guys ask me where I get my silver leaf from. It is from Shakeel Brothers. Here's all the contact info, and I will link it down in the description below as well. This is basically near Urdu Bazar in Anarkali. Now here is my gold leaf. I absolutely love my gold leaf. Look at that shine, absolutely love it. Now I will be uploading a video on how I turn this loose gold leaf into gold paint. Down here are just some extra pieces that come in between this gold leaf and the silver leaf. This is basically Anze's jewelry box. It was perfect size for storing all my stuff. So when I'm using gold leaf or silver leaf, I like to sort of keep all the little gold or silver dusts that I dust off. And here is gold paint. I'm almost out, so I'm really excited to make the tutorial and show you guys how it's all done. And when I'm using the silver or gold leaf on its own, I like to put some gum arabic in this tiny little bowl, so it's a lot more convenient to use. I cover it up with this little piece of newsprint to prevent any dust particles from settling on the top in between uses and when I'm storing it. Now here are all the other brushes I use when gilding. So this is the brush which I use to dust off all that extra gold or silver leaf. It is natural bristles, really soft. Here is my Rowney Gilinsky Sable in 000. And my Raphael Gilinsky has gone through a lot of wear and tear. And my Winsor Newton Series 7 Pine Sable brush. This one is, as you can see, practically non-existent now. So here are all the brushes. As you can see, I have quite a few different brands. Let's zoom up and take a closer look at all of them. So here we have Raphael's Squirrel Hair Brush. This is a really great brush for wet on wet watercolors. Over here we have my colors. I have 3 different kinds. So this one is cat hair, this one is synthetic, and this one is squirrel hair. Made the last one myself. Here is some of their bristles. Here we have Winsor Newton Cotman in their Rich series. These brushes are really great for me when I'm painting grass or tree trunks. Right here I have Winsor Newton Cotman in their round series. I have this in the number 0 till 7. As you can see, I've covered the handles with washi tape because the paint layer on their handles started chipping off. This is a great idea if you're having the same problem. Here we have Winsor & Newton Series 7 in Pine Sable. This is my absolutely favorite brush. As you can see, the bristles have gone through quite a bit of wear and tear. Here we have Raphael. The first two over here, the red and blue handle ones, are synthetic fiber, and the black handle ones are Kolinsky. This one is Raphael Kolinsky, and it is a kind of rich brush. Now, this one is a no-name brand brush. It is my dad's, and the bristles are natural fiber. I use these to paint the minute trees in the mountains. Here is Rowney. I think this is the only Rowney brush I have, but I definitely plan on getting a few more because this is a great brand. Here I have my Raphael synthetic brush, the number 24. It is a really big brush, and it is great for when I'm applying tea washes. Over here I have Winsor & Newton mop brush. This is also really great for applying washes to my paintings. Here I have Princeton's mini detailer brushes in the monogram and liner. And as you can see, the bristles are really fine. They're even finer than my column. So I pretty much only use these for signing my work. And I like my signatures to be kind of hidden inside the painting or camouflage in the painting. Here is Princeton's Neptune series brush. It's a kind of dagger brush. As you can see, I haven't even got it out of its packing. I'm super excited to try this out. Here is Raphael. Once again, I have quite a few Raphaels. Now, as you can see, the bristles on this is quite unique. I get to test these out as well. Super excited to do that. Here we have columns that I've recently made. Now, the bristles are actually pigeon feather. And it is incredible. I saw this video on YouTube on how to make this. I'll be linking it in the description below. Also on the top right hand corner, and I'm gonna check these out and see how well they perform for miniature painting. So those were all my brushes. So this is my pencil case. In here I store my erasers. I keep them in this little box. It keeps them clean. I have my cutter, scissors, my pens. I like to use Snowman's drawing pens. These are waterproof and are really great. Pencils, my pen, have a first aid band-aid, I do compasses, my mechanical pencil, sharpener, extra refills for my electric pencil, extra blades for my cutter, and these this mini pencil. One more in here. And on the outside I have these little enamel pins. I got these from Blinkspot and they are incredible. I absolutely love them and they're really good. These are surprisingly good quality, especially love this one. The pizza. So those were all my art supplies. As mentioned, I will be making a tutorial on how I apply tea wash on my parsley and how I make gold paint from gold foil. So subscribe and click the bell icon to be updated on new videos. Take care and stay safe.